We're on. Welcome, everyone. This is a public hearing on the, do I need a motion? Go into a special session? Need to get a motion to go into a special session, please.
So moved.
So, second, this is Shelley.
Second.
Moved by Kristen, second by Shelley. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're in a special session. We're opening up the public hearing for the fiscal year 2021 tax rate and the public hearing for the fiscal year 2021 budget. Michelle?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. As the mayor mentioned, this is the public hearing for the fiscal year 21 real property tax rate. And so for the year fiscal year 21, the city has planned to hold both the real property for all categories except apartments the same as fiscal year 20's rate, which is 1.002 per $100 of assessed value, instead of going to the constant yield, which is 1.0051, which will reduce anticipated revenue by about $73,000. Likewise, the city anticipates and plans to keep the tax rate for the real estate amount for apartments at the same level as fiscal year 21, and that is at 1.032. The constant yield for apartments came in at 1.0306, which means that the city will have $3,361 more in revenue by leaving that rate the same. Last but not least, when we talk about property tax, the corporate personal property is also anticipated to remain at fiscal year 20 rate, and by default, it is established at 2.5 times the fee of real property for all categories, excluding apartments. So as a reminder, the city has a tax tier on real estate, and that is one tier for all categories except apartments versus the other tier, which is apartments. And there's a 3 cents per $100 difference. The public, at this time, I don't believe we've received any comments, but the public record will remain open for the next 10 days. Mr. Mayor.
Anybody have anything for Michelle from the council?
I just wanted to point out, I think the key takeaway here is by leaving things the same, we've got a net decrease in tax revenue of $69,608. So by leaving the tax rate the same, we're actually putting ourselves in the hole. So that's something that we need to address in the budget, so everyone knows that, because our assessable base went down.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll close the public hearing on the tax rate, as Michelle mentioned. We'll leave the record open for 10 days for any public comment. Michelle, moving on to the fiscal year 2021 budget. Unmute, please, Michelle. Unmute.
Thank you. No, it's okay. So overall, the city's proposed budget for fiscal year 21 across all city funds is anticipated to be a total of $157.5 million. And again, this is across all city funds. And that compares to approved fiscal year 20 budget across the city of $144.1 million. So about a $13.4 million increase at the time that we put together the fiscal year 21 budget. The 4 largest areas of change were within the general fund, an increase, capital improvement projects, an increase, water fund, an increase, but an offsetting decrease in the wastewater fund. And again, $157.5 million is what's in the proposed budget. knowing that we will be coming back and making changes based on revenue projections.
Any questions for Michelle on the budget? All right, once again, then we will close the fiscal year 2021 budget hearing, public hearing, leave the record open for 10 days. And as been stated numerous times, this is most definitely the hardest budget and a fluid budget that I think we've ever tried to put together. So thank you, Michelle, and everyone for your hard work on that. Next up is the approval of an ordinance tax rates beginning July 1 of 2020.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for the approval of an ordinance on May 19, 2020 to establish the city's tax rates for the fiscal year July 1, 2020 through June 30, 2021 on the basis of $1.002 per $100 of assessed value of all real property, excluding properties designated as apartments, which will be $1.032 per $100 of assessed value and $2.505 per $100 of assessed value of all business personal property within the city of Hagerstown. These rates are the same as current FY20 rates.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next up is the approval of an ordinance budget fiscal year 2021.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for the approval of an ordinance May 19th, 2020 to adopt the city's budget for fiscal year July 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2021, in the total amount of $157,531,000. Did I say that wrong? $157,531,087.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Shelley, a second by Austin on the amount of the budget, which is $157,531,000 and $531,087. There we go. All right. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up is a resolution, letter of support for collaborative food desert initiative, Washington County Community Action Council USDA grant request.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move that the mayor and city council adopt a resolution authorizing a letter of support for a collaborative food desert initiative that seeks to establish a nonprofit grocery store in the city of Hagerstown. The Washington County Community Action Council will apply for a USDA grant to fund the initiative. This collaborative initiative involving nonprofit organizations, businesses, and governmental entities is intended to help citizens with limited access to healthy food resources in food desert areas within the city. The letter of support is attached.
Second.
Okay, motion by Emily, second by Austin. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, approval guidelines, application form for COVID-19 Small Business Emergency Relief Grant Program.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for the mayor and city council to approve the guidelines and application form for the COVID-19 Small Business Emergency Relief Grant Program, subject to the state's and the county's approval of the funding, and provided the city administrator and/or the city attorney the ability to make any necessary edits to finalize the documents.
Second.
Motion by Austin, second by Emily. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion carries. With that, does anybody else have anything we haven't said earlier this evening that they would like to take the opportunity now to say? Okay, seeing none. Hopefully next week, God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be here at 7 p.m. And we'll have 3 guests who will chair the meeting from my chair. And hopefully you all can join us. Thanks. Have a good week.